Welcome back, West Michigan. I'm Linda Balkema. You're watching Alive and Well, and with me is Brianne Dobbins. We are talking about living donors, and Brianne had donated a kidney to a young man named Jeremy. And now let's talk a little bit about what happened after the surgery. Was a success?
Yes, very successful.
Okay.
I don't remember much of the first day. I woke up in quite a fog, and it was an interesting situation. The nurses, one of the first things they said was, "Well, Jeremy will be here later. Is there anything you want us to say to him?" And I couldn't think of anything. I think I finally said, "Tell him I said hi."
Yeah.
And I was brought back to my room, and my parents were there. I didn't see or hear or talk to Jeremy that first day at all.
Okay.
He slept most of the day, from what I understand afterwards. But it was kind of, his family was wandering in and out, and I was in a fog. And
Now, did his family spend some time checking on you also?
yes,
Good,
a couple of them did, which and I got flowers and cards from them, which was very nice. Some of them I hadn't even met yet,
Yeah.
so that was cool. And then he was actually in ICU, and I was in the Lex Cancer Center. We had the surgery at St. Mary's in Grand Rapids, and that's actually quite a trek from the Lex Cancer Center to ICU. So I only got over to see him twice the whole time we were in the hospital.
And when you say that, how long was the stay?
I stayed from Monday until Thursday, and Jeremy left on Friday. So
okay.
I was there 4 days, he was there 5. And it was hard to get updates about him generally, and I couldn't get over to see him. And all the stories I had read talked about, everybody went and visited with their recipient right after their surgery, and they got to sit with their recipient, and they saw him every day. And
I didn't get to do any
I didn't
of
get
that.
to do that at all. And the first time I did make it over there, my mom pushed me over in a wheelchair, and I was in so much pain from it that I didn't even want to be there. I was just miserable, and he was miserable.
And that's probably just a difference, because I have read some stories where there really isn't much pain, and sometimes the donor is ready to go home the day after. It can be very, very minimal. You must have, were there any complications with your surgery?
Nope.
No,
It was a hand-assisted laparoscopic surgery. So I had one main incision, it's about 3 or 4 inches long, and then 3 port incisions that are less than an inch long. I don't know if that made a difference. I know a lot of them now are done completely laparoscopically.
Right.
Or if it's just the way I handle pain, maybe. I don't know.
Different for everybody. But to this day, you don't regret your decision. Is this
Oh,
true?
God, no.
No. In fact, you would like to support others and believe
Yes.
that more people should do this, correct?
Yeah, I mean, if it's within their capabilities and their health and their situation, then, yeah, it was an amazing... it was an amazing gift for him, but it was an amazing thing for me, too, as well.
Okay. Well, I know that some of the concerns that you have had is that the focus, of course, is on the recipient. Well, they've been sick for a long time, usually, and so it's natural that the focus is on the recipient. But as a donor, you deal with some emotional things afterwards. Like, I gave up a part of my body. Maybe you didn't feel as appreciated as you thought you should, or just...
Before the surgery, there was a lot of focus on me. My test results, my blood type, my tissue results, how I was feeling, how my scans were coming back, my mental status, and how I felt. And once the surgery's over and they're sure that there's no complications, you kind of just fall off the grid. They're more concerned about your recipient. How is he doing? Is the kidney doing
Viable,
well? Is
not
it
going to be
working?
rejected,
Right.
yes, yeah.
What are his numbers? What are his lab results? What are
You're done. We're done with you.
Yeah,
In fact, I remember you showed. What did you get from what is the organization called? Living Donor?
From St. Mary's, I got a certificate of appreciation, a blanket that says St. Mary's Healthcare, and a bracelet, a living donor bracelet.
I'm sorry, but I think it's great that the family brought you flowers and cards. That's a lot better. But come on, a blanket, a bracelet, and a certificate. Hey, thanks for your kidney. Not that
it was. It almost would have been better without the gifts. It seemed a little cheesy.
Yeah, exactly. It might be cheesy. I did do some research online today. I was reading how some people felt, and people feel differently. One girl who gave a kidney to her mother said, I don't want to be called a hero. She was being called a hero everywhere she went, and that made her uncomfortable. She said she only did what her mother would have done for her, and that's what you do for people you love. You, on the other hand, did this for not a total stranger. He was quite a dear friend at the time, but and I don't think that you see so much of each other now.
No,
but
we
you
still
speak,
talk.
You talk, and but it's different. And just like you said, there's undisclosed, or what did you call the people that just
Altruistic.
altruistic,
non-directed.
yeah, non-directed. So, and there's a lot of that now. When this started out, it was usually biological people that were, and still,
siblings,
I think they're first tested normally are the siblings, but now people get on a list and just say, oh, if you need a kidney, call me.
Yep, basically.
Or liver. I don't know with liver. I think they do a part of the liver, and it
they take
really
one
amazing.
lobe of it because the liver has an ability to regenerate a little bit.
Yeah, so that's amazing. And a lot of people that are in need of these. I think it's really important that if you believe in donation, you make sure that if you're in an accident and something happens to you, always, when you go to renew your driver's license, please fill out that donation card, and always know your blood type. We should all know. Do you know your blood type?
Oh, positive.
I bet you do. I'm B positive. So it's important. I also want to mention that cost is a big factor that we'll have to talk about too. And so there's so many factors, but I want you to be able to talk about the nonprofit organization you would like to see happen.
It actually started this semester because of the grant writing class. I had an idea mixed with another program that Grand Valley does called the Student Summer Scholars Program. I wanted to start a program to help living donors because of the people that feel discarded after surgery, or the people that have emotions or problems that they just didn't expect. And I've read a lot online of people that that are living donors that get together online in these message board forums about people that feel like they need more support and they need more help. So with my grant writing professor, we actually decided to kind of write about a program. It would be an online, kind of the first hub of a network of online websites for living organ donors. That's more than just a message board where people can connect, but combines educational resources and financial resources, mental health resources, along with the message boards and the chat rooms, and even a Skype capability, webcam.
Sure.
So people can talk and get together and connect with one another.
I think that Skype aspect is a nice aspect, because with this generation, yes, we are definitely are more internet connected, but the Skype gives that interpersonal, and then not everybody that you're going to talk to are going to be in their 20s and 30s. There's some older donors. In fact, you can donate at just about any age as long as you're in good health.
Yeah,
so
I want to say they've been as old as 70 living organ donors.
Yeah.
And then along with the website also we'd provide kind of a mentor matching. So for people that are thinking about donating, to match with people that have already donated as sort of a mentor to help them through the process. And then kind of expand from there. Hopefully, it catches and it gets bigger, and I can travel and meet with other there's about 300 transplant centers in the United States. So to be able to connect with each one and meet people at each one, along with, just being able to maybe have conventions someday where I can get living donors together face to face in like a one part of the United States and get them all together at once. Because they have the transplant games for recipients.
Transplant games?
It's actually being held at Grand Valley this year too.
Is it?
Yes.
Okay.
Where recipients and donors just get together for a day and do like field track and field type games.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
So things like that.
Yeah. Well, we'll bring them all in on the train. I don't know if our viewers can hear this, but the train is going by as we speak, which is a great sound to still have here. So, I think this is phenomenal, and you need to be at that day. I hope you plan to be there. And, and I do want to say that grant class that we were in, Dr. Susan Johnson, who is the director of Every Woman's Place, phenomenal grant teacher, and we're done, so I'm not bucking for an A. But she just, it was really a great class,
Yes.
and I know that we both got a lot out of it, and I know that she's been very supportive of you wanting
Oh,
to
yes.
go forth with this. So
She's been an amazing resource to have on my side.
Yeah, she is a great resource. So stay with us. We'll be back in just a couple minutes, and we are going to talk a lot more about living donors.